This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Rob Gronkowski from Dudes on Dudes. Applebee's just cooked up the ultimate option play with their new Ultimate Trio deal. You can choose from 3 of their delicious appetizers and pair them up with 3 sauces for just $14.99. Craft your perfect trio from over 80,000 different combinations in this flavor-packed plate built for one, or to share if you're generous. You can stick with the classic pairings like boneless wings and buffalo sauce, or you can spice things up and try some unexpected pairings like dipping chicken wonton tacos in our honey Dijon mustard. It's time to head to your neighborhood Applebee's or order online today. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
It's 9 to noon. It's 9:05. Good morning. A happy Monday to you. Covenant claps for Eric Nordquist, producer 9 to noon. He's the master mixer of the Monday montage, and we have good news today. Good news on many fronts, including all that off-season chatter involving a certain name. I think we got the right Rodgers. Back in stride, I'd say. Looking forward to Nordo's numbers in 45 or so, because mine ties a lot of things together. I mean, it's quirky, but why wouldn't it be? It's me. And it ties some things together from that throttling of the Cincinnati Bengals yesterday. It ties things together kind of like the boys did Sunday at the House of Pain with a backup quarterback, passes and runs after catches in the middle of the field. That was fresh. And the backup running back was the bomb. And 71 played twice, and Juergens moved man wonderfully after a couple of penalties, and Javon Hargrave left the game in the first half and didn't return, and our beloved Van Ginkel raced back into action with 2 sacks despite limited play. Back in stride again, the Gink is on fire. Part-time player, 2 sacks, Grenard unblockable. Grenard elite blocker. I think it was Ted Karras, the center for the Cincinnati Bengals, who was on the wrong side of Jonathan Grenard, blocking him for 15 yards as Isaiah Rodgers went streaking down the sideline for his first interception since the 2021 season and the first pick 6 of that young man's career. Now, when you hear the adage, worth every penny, it's Andrew Van Ginkel and Jonathan Grenard, and on many levels. Plenty of time to talk about that this week, and with those two, couldn't love them any more than I do. So, on to A-Raj though. But first, let's wrap, courtesy of the superstars at Hoffman Cooling and Heating. Love how they've jumped into the Covenant at a wonderful time and with the weekend wrap. Technicians, customer service with fast responses, all high-end. Scott Hendricks hires the best. So get that furnace tuned for the winter and do so for just $59. HoffmanHeating.net. The Cleveland Browns season wins total was 4.5. And they got like close to 25% of that yesterday.
2 seconds left. Snap is back. Kick is up. And the kick is right down the middle. And it's gone. Wait, there's a flag. It's good. Andre Schmidt nailed it. Green Bay's throwing a helmet.
That's Andrew Siciliano. Now, just quick Covenant catch-up. The Cleveland Browns radio play-by-play guy Jim Donovan died about a year ago after a long battle, I believe, with cancer.
Yes.
And Jim was beloved in that town. So Andrew Siciliano, no longer with NFL Network, got hired to become the Cleveland Browns radio play-by-play voice. And he paid it off there a little bit. Really good kick on the really good call on the game winner. But there are Packers throwing helmets down on the field.
They're trying to climb into the Fox box and hug us all.
And Philadelphia, purple rain. Nice job, Andrew Siciliano. By the way, Kevin Stefanski, the calm.
Always stoic.
Florio's Negan. Stefanski did us a solid. Love you, buddy. Talk about this one. I can't wait to talk about this one at the Combine with Kevin Stefanski when we relive memories. Part of the formula for Stefanski: run for almost 101 with the sweet rookie from Ohio State. Only throw one pick and pray to the gridiron gospel. The will is on your side this Sunday. Cindy at 10. And his juicy squad hooks the Cowboys at Dallas for Sunday Night Football, and loser-proof, right? Just can't and won't bring Micah home and lose to his former team, right? Can't happen, right? Nobody loses to the Browns. I mean, nobody loses to the Cowboys, right? Especially the Bears.
And it is 4th down and goal at the 4-yard line. Takes the snap, looking, scanning, now running right. Gonna throw back in the end zone. Middle, DJ Moore. Touchdown! Touchdown Bears! That's 4, baby. 4 Caleb Williams touchdowns.
Getting off the schneid sounds better. Sounds better for everybody in FM and AM. Jeff Joniak on the call. Down goes CD very early, and I bet the chopping and the geese had heads rolling across the Great Divide. Caleb threw for a career best 4 touchdowns against 0 picks. Well done, young man. Caleb Williams, spike of fairness and Caleb act. Well done, young man.
Good game yesterday.
Ben ran the ball 11 consecutive times at one point in the second half. So, Joniak and Thayer, I was listening to them while mowing the lawn yesterday, and the blowout kind of was on. And Joniak said Ben Johnson told them the plan was to run the Cowboys basically into the ground in the second half and just keep pounding on a smallish yet at times fast defense. They ran 12 consecutive times, or 11 at one point in the second half. So it seems things have settled down in the Windy City, Davey. Chicago is 1-2 and is at Las Vegas Sunday afternoon, and that's winnable because Pete Carroll just lost to Marcus Mariota. So there's that. Onward rolls the Hoffman Cooling and Heating Weekend Wrap. Cool website. Give it a look if you are so inclined. HoffmanHeating.net. So, our beloved Minnesota Vikings. So, we really lost to the Atlanta Falcons?
Penix out of the gun here on 2nd down and 8 from the 16. Kyle Pitts motions to the right. Penix the snap, looking right. Now checks down left. Oh, yeah! Intercepted by Damani Richardson, who walks it in for a touchdown. Shaw Smith-Wade. Shaw Smith-Wade, the nickel, read the screen, picked it up after a little juggle, and it's a walk-in touchdown and a late flag at the end of the play.
Penix got pulled for chains. Kirko chains. Penix got pulled for chains. And that's a kick in the old progress report. Get this. Trip out on this, football snobs. Carolina won 30-0 over Atlanta and didn't have a sack. And Bryce threw for 121 and no touchdowns. And the Panthers were 3 of 11 on 3rd down and found a way to win 30-0. Crazy. To Philly, where the champs are just showing off and messing around with the National Football League, the champs.
They blocked him the last time. The ball is spotted. The kick is away. It's blocked! It's blocked! It's picked up by the Eagles. Running with it is Davis. 30, 20,
Jordan Davis.
10, 5, touchdown!
Come on, big boy!
Jordan Davis!
Are you kidding me?
Blocked him again!
Are you kidding me?
Blocked him again!
The champs beat the Rams despite being down 28-7 at home. And in the second half, won the game 33-26. Quasi-devastating loss for Los Angeles. But at least the Rams held Saquon to 56 total. Held Saquon to 55 total, didn't you? After letting him run for like 440 and 2 against you last year. Going undefeated does matter to the Philadelphia Eagles. So everybody around the league be warned. We get them in a month of Sundays, and next up for the champs at Tampa Bay to play the undefeated Bucks, and that right there is a doozy. And let's close the wrap and roll to some Vikings post-win locker room drive-bys coming up shortly. And we're going to stay in the Keystone State and talk about the Minnesota Vikings and their opponent for boiled bacon and cabbage and stuff like that. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers. They beat the Patriots, and just like the Vikes, they're still having fun. Pittsburgh's 2-1.
May is in the shotgun on 4th and a long one. 107 remains. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line of the Steelers. See this creeping up to show pressure. Here they come. May throws out to the left to Pop Douglas, who stepped backwards and is tackled. And it's Eccles who comes up with a stop. I don't know whether Pop Douglas would have had the first down, but Eccles made sure he didn't. And he brought him down by the ankles in the left flat, and the Steelers have turned over the Patriots.
A-Rod beat the Pats on the road with a game winner to Calvin Austin with 2 and change to go. Then Drake May haphazardly drove the home team to the 28, and they all melted down on 4th down, and there is your dagger. Aaron threw for 139, 2-1, and that's your weekend wrap, available each and every Monday, 9 to noon style, courtesy of Hoffman Cooling and Heating and HoffmanHeating.net. Following the throttling of the Cincinnati Bengals, a chill but joyous locker room following said contest. Catching strays during the verbal drive-bys include Carson Wentz, the Hitman, Isaiah Rodgers, Xavier Scott, et al., and we started with Levi Drake Rodriguez. And I think out of the gate, I was like, Levi, what's going on, man? Just talk about the game.
No way you were going to be out-muscled, right?
No, sir. No, sir. We were hungry. We were ready to get back out there this week, man, and put some good stuff on the tape. And that's what happened.
Great job, too, especially with that tackle for loss. All right, off to Dublin, then England. So in Ireland, Dublin, play the Steelers next week. What do you prefer? What do you think? An Irish stew, or maybe, how about this, boiled bacon and cabbage? Boiled bacon. You ever had boiled bacon?
I ain't never had boiled bacon. No, sir. I ain't never had I've never had any Irish food, so that's gonna be new for me. Yes, sir.
Maybe you get an opportunity to eat up on Aaron Rodgers, okay?
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Thank you, LDR. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Levi Drake Rodriguez, the first drive-by. I'm just going to sneak over here real quick. Dallas, you're from the South, right? Okay, and you like bacon, right? All right, so off to Dublin, off that convincing victory. So I'm going to ask you 2 questions. The first with the drive-bys. Dallas Turner, by the way, played with his hair on fire today. From a food standpoint, Irish stew or something called boiled bacon with cabbage. I mean, you like bacon, right? But I didn't know you could boil bacon.
I think I might go with the Irish stew instead of the boiled bacon. I ain't never heard no boiled pork before. I never heard of that.
Now I just chatted with Levi Drake Rodriguez about this, but holy cow, were you guys physical early in that game? I don't exactly know what you saw in that Falcons game, but you came out, I mean, just hell-bent, being like, nobody's pushing this team around today, right?
I mean, yeah, with the performance we had against the Falcons, we kind of had to bounce back, especially in the run game, with the front seven, coming together and just cleaning up on things that, that wouldn't let us give up 200-plus yards on the ground. And so, today I feel like we stepped up to the challenge, and also really just stuck together and trusted each other more this week, knowing that the dudes next to us are going to be doing their responsibility to the fullest, and, we just doing ours too. So, it was definitely a good effort on both ends, from all 3 levels, in my opinion, and I feel like it was a great shape back from last week.
And last one, like I said, 3 questions for Dallas Turner. Isaiah Rodgers, all right, NFL history. First, in the history of the NFL, every corner, including Dion and Lester Hayes and all them, 2 defensive touchdowns and 2 forced fumbles in the same game. He's the only corner in the history of the NFL to do that. How about that?
I had seen that mid-game, and I was like, wow, I'm playing with a NFL record breaker from the start of time. You know, he broke a record, and you know, it was just great to just be a part of it. You know, go out there and see him do it. And, you know, it was great for the defense because, you know, we got a lot of celebrations today. So, you know, we love celebrating. You know, after making those plays like that, you know, we got to celebrate because it's rewarded. You know, we worked for it. And, you know, honestly, you know, it was just a great day out of him for sure, you know, especially on the defensive side of the ball as well. So.
And you're playing a lot these days, man, and playing really well. Congratulations on the victory.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's Dallas Turner, second year from Alabama. He was a key contributor in the victory over the Cincinnati Bengals today, where the Minnesota Vikings absolutely throttled Cincinnati for their second victory of the season. Drive-bys as we walk around the locker room to see what's going on, the who, what, where, when, and why of Minnesota Vikings football. A lot of joyous people in here. A lot of people got an opportunity to play too. Let's come over here real quick. AT19 drive-bys. I mean, you've seen a lot. I mean, the way this thing worked out today with Isaiah Rodgers making NFL history, the physicality with which you guys played, and you even had one of those bits that I can't explain because I didn't play the game like you. So Ryan Clark probably hates me. But where you were down by, you had responsibility for Trey Hendrickson or the defensive end, and you just smacked somebody. So the physicality was line, running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers.
Yeah, I think when you have a loss like we did last week, that's the first thing you want to do is emphasize the physicality, the details, the little things that help you win football games, and physicality is number one.
Now, the heading over to Dublin, all right? Heading over to Dublin, which is known for certain types of food, including Irish stew and something called boiled bacon and cabbage. It's all boiled. Now, I know you're a fan of bacon. I think you're a fan of bacon. You ever had boiled bacon? It sounds weird.
I'm ready for anything, though. I've never had it, but I'll try it.
Congratulations on the victory, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
That's Adam Thielen, wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings, as the drive-bys are in progress. And I'll walk over here real quick, see what's going on with 71. Christian, drive-by time. Man, hey, it was great seeing you out there today. The recovery plan, you know, the way it was described to me before the game, Christian's going to play, and when Christian comes out, ain't no problems. It's just part of the recovery plan. Blake's going to come in, and CD probably won't come back. But then CD came back. So how do you feel, man?
I felt great. Just at halftime, I was going in to get retaped because I knew I wasn't done yet. But I seen that the defense cost another turnover and fumbled. I'm just in there. I had everything off trying to get retaped. But anybody that steps in, we know they're going to hold it down. And just Blake Brandel, he stepped in. Even when I came out in the third quarter, he played his tail off. But I feel great.
And Christian, how about the guy to our left, Michael Juergens? I mean, it's his first National Football League start after his first game appearance. And you remember back when you started for the first time. I mean, this isn't an easy game. He did a great job.
No doubt. It's just a testament to his hard work. Since he came in as a rookie, you can just tell he's used every opportunity that every opportunity and rep just to be able to play in this moment. He's a starter in this league for sure. And this moment came up, and he played his tail off. And it's a lot of work for all of us to do and correct. But we're going to continue to push and keep going.
My man, it's so great to see you back there, and we'll see you in Dublin, okay?
Sure, let's go.
Oh, yeah, one last one. Boiled bacon and cabbage is big in Ireland. Boiled bacon, and I know you like bacon, so you're going to try some boiled bacon?
Only if you try it with me, PA.
Thank you, Christian. Michael, drive by real quick. First start, and you guys ran the ball a lot. I mean, the score dictated it a little bit, but I know doing this as long as I have, when offensive linemen get a chance to move forward, it's generally preferred. Jordan Mason at his fourth 100-yard game, first 2 TD game for Jordan Mason in his career. Your first start, man. A, congratulations, and B, how did it feel?
It's a lot of fun. It meant a lot going out there. I felt a lot of trust and a lot of faith in the guys like CD and coaches and everybody else, and that meant a lot. Obviously when you run the ball like that, it's always fun. It's great to see Carson out there. He did a great job running the show, and it was a lot of fun.
And when you when the score gets the way the score gets, all right, you got players coming in and out, offensive linemen coming in and out. I mean, seriously, it's like Joe Huber got a chance to play a lot. Walter Rouse got a chance to play a lot. Donovan got some great experience. I mean, this was a wonderful, wonderful offensive performance and team victory today, wasn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't say it any better. It was a lot of fun, and getting to play with other guys like that, it means a lot. Yeah, when Joe was running out there, he looked at me and was like, "Make sure you're making the calls." Thanks, bud. Yeah, he did a great job. It was great getting out there. It was great to have Max out there. Great to have Xavier out there. Ty had a big catch at the end. It's just a lot of fun seeing everybody get involved, and it meant a lot for me to be out there too.
All right, so heading over to Dublin, offensive linemen like to eat, right?
I've heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Irish stew is what everybody's kind of heard of from Ireland. Now you can have it with lamb, or you can have it with beef. I think it has two forms of pudding, maybe in it or with it, black and white pudding, or you can have boiled bacon and and boiled cabbage. Either one do it for you?
I have no response to any of that.
Yeah, I'm sure the team will serve some good food at the Manor. Okay. Hey, man, happy for you. Truly. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Got you, buddy. Michael Juergens, starting center for the Vikings today. Hey, Zay. What's going on, bud? Xavier Scott. What's up, bud? All right, now you got a big smile on your face, which is cool, because when you win 48-10 and, then a division rival that wears green and gold gets beaten by the former Vikings offensive coordinator, Kevin Stefanski, I mean the Cleveland Browns, who did us a solid. It's a good day. It's a really good day, and I'm really happy you're smiling. You're one of my favorites because, not everything's going to go perfect for everybody every single play. And you dropped the ball one time, but I was so excited when you got in the game and you're running over people and everything. How'd it feel?
It was amazing, man. It's a blessing, man. I appreciate you, dog. It's amazing, man. It's something I don't take for granted, man. It's I just have a heart full of gratitude, man. That's all. That's it. Every step, every time I walk on that field, man, it's gratitude.
What'd you think about Carson Wentz today and Max Brosmer, both the quarterbacks? What'd you think?
Those guys are special, man. They're awesome people, awesome players, and I think they're amazing. They did amazing. They killed it out there. They did exactly what we expected them to do. I mean, Max, when he stepped in, and Carson the whole game just slicing and dicing, man. That's something we've seen him do in previous years, and it's good to see that he came and did it today.
All right, so we get to Ireland. 4-leaf clovers to the side. Their two signature foods are Irish stew. Okay, you can either have it with lamb or beef, or boiled bacon and boiled cabbage together. First and foremost, do you like bacon?
Yeah, I like bacon.
Do you like it boiled? Have you ever had it boiled?
I don't know about boiled bacon, but I have had cabbage with bacon, and it's and cooked in there. It's actually a good move. I can't say it's a bad. It sounds a little bit worse than it is, but it's amazing. It's awesome.
God bless you, man. You know that I'm always happy with whatever happens for you, and I appreciate you. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, P. I appreciate you, man.
Xavier Scott, running back for the Minnesota Vikings, part of that victory today over the Cincinnati Bengals. Carson Wentz, these are called drive-bys, and the aged announcer walks around the locker room with a microphone and pops in a couple. First and foremost, congratulations on the victory. The operative number today is kind of 2. I mean, Isaiah Rodgers had 2 defensive touchdowns. He wears number 2. You threw for a couple of touchdowns today. But serious football question, when you were connecting relatively early in the game, middle of the field, yards after catch, it just, I'm not going to say it feels like riding a bike, but it kind of felt like riding a bike, didn't it?
A little bit. Yeah, it was fun to get my feet wet out there. Got a ton of skill guys around me. My job is just to get the ball in their hands today, and they did a great job. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of fun. That was one of the more fun games I've had in a long time.
Well, being in Minnesota as long as I have, I gotta be honest that there were so many people who live in North Dakota who texted me, and they came in from North Dakota excited to watch you play. 2-time FCS champion for the Bison. Bismarck Century was your high school, right?
That's right, correct.
Yeah, so we go back to high school like that. I hosted a gala, fundraising gala. I won't say the school, but a school with which you're very familiar in Edina. And I heard, Carson is tied to this school, but he's not here because he has family in town. So you could tell when you walked out on the field, Bismarck go crazy. They just kind of went nuts, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty special place. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I grew up cheering for this team, so running out of this tunnel today, even just talking to you right now, PA, this is pretty cool for me. I grew up listening to you, cheering this team on. So it's kind of just reliving my childhood a little bit today. I had a lot of fun.
And lastly, 2 signature foods in Ireland. Irish stew, either with beef or lamb, or something called boiled bacon and cabbage. Now, I would imagine you like bacon. I can't say I've ever had it boiled. Have you?
I have not had boiled bacon.
You're going to give it a try?
I'll try whatever. If we're over there, I'll try it. But, I don't have high expectations, I'll tell you that.
Wonderful, wonderful effort today by you and everybody. May God bless you, and thanks for the time in the drive-by.
Appreciate it, PA. God bless.
Thank you. Carson Wentz, number 11 on the uniform, but number 1 in our hearts today, as the Vikings beat the Cincinnati Bengals 48-10. And let's see where these drive-bys can take us now. There's Jalen Redmond over there. Well, we got, Hitman. Hitman. Let me see if I can get Hitman before the media comes over here real quick. What's going on, everybody? Drive-by time if you happen to have 30 seconds. Harrison Smith first. Welcome back, Hitman.
I appreciate it, PA.
Tip passes. So Isaiah Rodgers over here to your right. NFL history maker Isaiah Rodgers, by the way. Tip passes aren't the easiest thing in the world to catch, so it's really cool that you tipped it and he picked it off, goes 87 to the house. Kind of a perfect situation today to reintegrate yourself back into the mix and stuff. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I think even if I don't tip that one, like Zay's going to find his way to make something happen today because he was just doing it the whole – like he set an NFL record for a game in the first half. Which is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, right. It's we're going to get to Isaiah here in a second if he's still there, but it was first in the history of the game to have 2 defensive touchdowns and 2 forced fumbles in the same game. I mean, first corner in the history of the NFL to do that. So last one here, because we're going to have many more drive-bys with the Hitman back. Over to Ireland, 2 of their signature foods are Irish stew with either beef or lamb, or boiled bacon and cabbage. So A, does the Hitman like bacon? And B, have you ever had boiled bacon?
Big bacon guy here. I don't know if I've had boiled bacon, but boiled bacon and cabbage sounds nice. I know. Is shepherd's pie hot over there?
Shepherd's pie is big all over that part of Europe, but shepherd's pie with that crust and everything, if you eat too many of those, your body fat might go from 3% up to 6%, man. Come on.
I need a little bit. Maybe throw a Guinness in with it.
You're the best. Welcome back.
Thanks for it.
Isaiah, how you doing, bud? The aged announcer after victories does things called drive-bys. So I just drive by to a bunch of players. First of all, on my elbow, give me a fist bump because I got so many things in my hand right now. It's unbelievable. Congratulations on the victory, first and foremost. But, you know everything that's transpired right now from a record-setting standpoint, including what Harris and I just talked about. First in the history of the game to have 2 defensive touchdowns and 2 forced fumbles in the same game. You went out there and did it in the first half. So congratulations on NFL history, because I know you're on to Pittsburgh, once you get past Monday and watch this thing back. But nevertheless, just deep breath and think about this for a second, okay? Deion Sanders, Lester Hayes, Darrell Green, Sauce Gardner. Do I need to go on and on and on? They're all corners. Nobody's done that except for you. That's fantastic.
I'm just grateful for the guys around me. Shout out to Harry and the D-line just forcing the quarterback to make those type of decisions, and it all goes out to those guys.
Yeah. And it's clear. I talked to Levi Drake Rodriguez and some others about this. I ain't here to break down the Atlanta game or anything, but it was clear with that front 7 and with that offensive line is nobody's going to push around a single Minnesota Viking today because this team was so physical. That played into everything good for you, right?
I think our main thing was just come out and respond. We knew that wasn't Minnesota Vikings football last week, and our main goal this week was respond, and we just want to put on tape that, what we can display, and that's create turnovers and, stop the run and stop the pass. So, pretty good.
Think about that. When people look at hey, who's had 1 defensive touchdown and 2 forced fumbles in a game? Oh, Deion, this guy, that guy, that guy. What about 2 and 2? Isaiah Rodgers. That's fantastic. So when we get to Ireland, last one. Irish stew with lamb or beef, or something called boiled bacon with cabbage, or maybe shepherd's pie with that nice crust. What do you like?
I'm going shepherd's pie. That's my favorite food.
Is it really?
In America, so I know I'm gonna love it out there. So
God bless you, man, and it's great having you on the team. And I've seen a lot of Vikings games over a lot of years. That's about as good as I've seen, man. So God bless you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Isaiah Rodgers. Drive-bys complete. Dublin next. TimberTech.com. Thank you very much for the What's on Deck 9 to noon, which includes Vikes Bites around the corner, followed by Nordo's Numbers. After that, Super Special Cine and the Border Battle with David Sinekin. That'll take place about 10 o'clock. The Analyst, he'll join 45 minutes from now. And young Parker in studio at 11. Before that, P.J. Fleck, coach of the Golden Gophers football team, Nordo produces fantastic work with the montage, and I'm Paul Allen. You're listening to 9 to Noon, your Vikes Bites leader, and that's next.
Tyler Reddick here from 2311 Racing. The rush of racing? Nothing beats it. But Chumba Casino comes close. Chumba's got fast spins, fun games, daily bonuses, and all the action you can handle. Now that's a ride. Ready to hit the throttle? Get in the driver's seat and head to ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Life moves fast. A new home, a new baby, a new chapter. But without an estate plan, your future's still vulnerable. With Trust and Will, you can name guardians, start a trust, create healthcare directives, and more. All online in about an hour. It's attorney-designed, state-specific, and built to protect what you love. Plans start at just $199, and every plan is safe, secure, and kept completely private. From families with young kids to adults caring for aging parents, Trust and Will makes it simple to take control, without a law office, paperwork stress, or court delays. Go to trustandwill.com and use code RADIO to save 20%. Start your plan today. Don't wait for life to force your hand. Estate planning is one of the smartest, most loving things you can do. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
This is Julian Edelman from Games with Names. Anyone else feeling hungry? Because Applebee's just cooked up the ultimate option play with their new Ultimate Trio deal. You can choose from 3 of their delicious appetizers and pair them up with 3 sauces for just $14.99. Craft your perfect trio from over 80,000 different combinations in this flavor-packed plate built for one, or to share if you're generous. You could stick with the classic pairings like boneless wings and buffalo sauce, mozzarella sticks and marinara, or brew pub pretzels with white cheddar beer cheese, or you could spice things up and try some unexpected combinations like dipping chicken wonton tacos in their honey Dijon mustard. The choice is yours. The Ultimate Trio is the perfect way to hit all your cravings in one plate and turn appetizers into an entree. It's time to head to your neighborhood Applebee's or order online today. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Bailey Zimmerman just announced his biggest tour yet, the 2026 Different Nights Same Rodeo Tour, hitting over 30 cities across the U.S. and Canada. Following his sold-out 2025 run, Bailey is bringing his electrifying live show to even bigger stages in 2026, with stops in major cities like Nashville, Boston, Atlanta, Toronto, and more. His new album, Different Nights Same Rodeo, is out now, featuring the #1 hit Backup Plan with Luke Combs, plus fan favorites like Lost with the Kid Laroi, Holy Smokes, and Holding On. The sophomore album showcases Bailey's signature blend of rock-powered country and heartfelt storytelling, making it a must-listen for fans old and new. Fans can elevate their night with VIP packages that include premium seats, exclusive merch, and access to Bailey's pre-show soundcheck party. With new music, massive energy, and a can't-miss tour on the horizon, now's the time to get your tickets. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com.
Here they come. My goodness, it is time for Vikes Bites, and Vikes Bites is always presented by Thousand Hills Lifetime Grazed Grass-Fed Beef.
Austin.
And you can shop online. A box of meat will show up at your doorstep. You can also go to your local Coburns and co-ops and go for a sponsor. I mean, the players in maroon and gold eating on the training table are eating Thousand Hills, which is super cool. And thank you so much to them for supporting our show. Now I'm going to start here from a Vikes Bite standpoint, and I'm just going to play it out. Simplistic summary of Carson Wentz. You can tell me what you think, add on or subtract. Carson Wentz yesterday, PA, 14 of 20, buck 73 and 2. No picks, no fumbles, we know that, etc. There was a veteran calm that he had to his game yesterday that we did not see with the kid QB in the first 2. I thought he utilized the middle of the field better than McCarthy did through the first 2, evidenced by some work with JJ on an in-cutting route that he fought for extra yards for. You saw more production out of TJ Hawkinson than you got yesterday, including his first TD. So Carson was not spectacular, but he was calm, he was poised, he was solid, and obviously a factor in the Vikings winning yesterday.
Can you hear me? Oh, there we go. It's the Belichick 3-word cliche: do your job, and that's what he did. He did his job. Discretion was the better part of valor. A couple of times on maybe one certainly, but 2 of the sacks where he could have tried to jam it down there, but it could have been an interception. Carson is athletic. He's also quite big. He's very tall, big shoulders, and he's a tough cat to bring down. But he did his job. And that middle of the field piece, Bursic repeatedly kept bringing up early in the game, and I found it to be fascinating, and we'll chat with the analyst in about 30 minutes.
Vikes Bites! It was kind of cool yesterday with all the turnovers. We'll talk about that during Nordo's numbers. The chances to get after QBs, a total of 4 sacks. Andrew Van Ginkel had a couple. Welcome back, AVG. But some new faces to the mix as well.
Facing a 4-man rush. Here comes a Minnesota Viking, and it's Arden Keyes. The undrafted Arden Keyes.
Oh, man.
Who gets his first National Football League sack. And Cincinnati is punting.
So I was listening to that, and I'm like, wow, it's cool to hear new players getting opportunities to get after the quarterback yesterday.
Yeah.
And then Abbott texts me.
Yeah.
His family actually reached out to the station, and they're like, undrafted cat, Ole Miss and Auburn. He's excited to be with the big club due to injury and plus his hard work and the grit that he's put into this. It's a big moment with the big club. So the family emails Abbott. He forwards it to me. And so I did send the family the highlight so they can have a memory of their play.
Facing a 4-man rush. Here comes a Minnesota Viking, and it's
Austin
Keyes. The undrafted
Austin
Keyes. Brilliant. Who gets his first National Football League sack. And Cincinnati is punting.
So between him and Chad Chambliss getting after the quarterback yesterday, it was nice to see some new faces contributing on defense. Don't you agree?
Yes, to all members of the Keyes family. Excited to play that highlight at Thanksgiving with all family members and friends around the table. That's part number 1. Part number 2.
Sorry, KFAN.
And on we go.
Vikes Bites! One last thing that I have for you here, because there's so much we'll break down. Carson Moore, the return of Hitman, Van Ginkel, and Darisaw, each of them having imprints on this game yesterday. How about this roster that's built to win now? You know what's cool is when we actually get to see some of the guys that are part of that conversation when you say built to win now. I got to ask you about the trick play, though. The coach was feeling himself in a big way yesterday at the end of the first half. And I'm not trying to pee on anybody's cornflakes. Justin Jefferson has thrown at least one pass, I believe, in the previous 2 matchups that he's had against Jamar Chase and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it kind of felt like the coach was trying to shoehorn this trick play into the final 20 seconds of a half because it was a blowout and he didn't know if he should do it in the second half. So I'm thinking, all right, final 20 seconds, we're trying to get into field goal range. I see that play, and I think it was Brandell. It stinks. The penalties were maybe the only negative of the day yesterday.
Right.
13 for 105, the yardage. But I'm just like, that was the time, coach. We're trying to roll in there when we're trying to get into field goal range. Kid ends up hitting a 62-yarder, feeling so good about Reichard. It just felt interesting to me that he was kind of trying to force that opportunity for Jefferson in late stages of the first half.
Well, I don't know if force is the right verb to use, but you know what? We're going to be with the head coach tomorrow from 11 to 11:30, so maybe we can ask him. But that part of the field is known as the alumni zone.
Indeed it is.
And when it takes place off something momentous that gets the crowd into it, the team into it, and everything, well, that's the time to do stuff like that around midfield. And indeed, Justin Jefferson has played the Cincinnati Bengals 3 times, and he's thrown a pass in each of the games. 2021, no O'Connell, no Wes Phillips, and Josh McCown in that group. Then 2023, he threw one. He threw one yesterday. best laid plans didn't exactly work out the right way, but JJ can throw.
Yeah, that was a formation penalty on that spot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't get loose for 30, but it was certainly, I believe, first down yardage on the play.
Right.
Disappointing to see that called back.
Yeah, that was a point of the game where when we were discussing what was happening on the radio, it was as cold-blooded. I'm taking all the frustration of everything that may be frustrating out on this team.
There was some exorcising taking place
right now, and demons be gone with the football version of the exorcising. He was pushing the envelope yesterday.
That's Vikes Bites. It's brought to you by Thousand Hills Lifetime Grazed Grass-Fed
Austin
beef. And we got some numbers for you around the corner, I think.
Can't wait. It's 9:47. You're listening to 9 to Noon at KFAN.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Life moves fast. A new home, a new baby, a new chapter. But without an estate plan, your future's still vulnerable. With Trust and Will, you can name guardians, start a trust, create healthcare directives, and more. All online in about an hour. It's attorney-designed, state-specific, and built to protect what you love. Plans start at just $199, and every plan is safe, secure, and kept completely private. From families with young kids to adults caring for aging parents, Trust and Will makes it simple to take control, without a law office, paperwork stress, or court delays. Go to trustandwill.com and use code RADIO to save 20%. Start your plan today. Don't wait for life to force your hand. Estate planning is one of the smartest, most loving things you can do. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will.
This is Julian Edelman from Games with Names. Anyone else feeling hungry? Because Applebee's just cooked up the ultimate option play with their new Ultimate Trio deal. You can choose from 3 of their delicious appetizers and pair them up with 3 sauces for just $14.99. Craft your perfect trio from over 80,000 different combinations in this flavor-packed plate built for one. Or to share if you're generous. You could stick with the classic pairings like boneless wings and buffalo sauce, mozzarella sticks and marinara, or brew pub pretzels with white cheddar beer cheese. Or you could spice things up and try some unexpected combinations like dipping chicken wonton tacos in their honey Dijon mustard. The choice is yours. The Ultimate Trio is the perfect way to hit all your cravings in one plate and turn appetizers into an entree. It's time to head to your neighborhood Applebee's or order online today. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Bailey Zimmerman just announced his biggest tour yet, the 2026 Different Nights, Same Rodeo Tour, hitting over 30 cities across the U.S. and Canada. Following his sold-out 2025 run, Bailey is bringing his electrifying live show to even bigger stages in 2026, with stops in major cities like Nashville, Boston, Atlanta, Toronto, and more. His new album, Different Nights, Same Rodeo, is out now, featuring the #1 hit Backup Plan with Luke Combs, plus fan favorites like Lost with the Kid Laroi, Holy Smokes, and Holding On. The sophomore album showcases Bailey's signature blend of rock-powered country and heartfelt storytelling, making it a must-listen for fans old and new. Fans can elevate their night with VIP packages that include premium seats, exclusive merch, and access to Bailey's pre-show soundcheck party. With new music, massive energy, and a can't-miss tour on the horizon, now's the time to get your tickets. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com.
$9:55 in the neighborhood. The neighborhood is FM 100.3 KFAN. This is 9 to Noon. Generally during Vikes Bites, we do something called Nordo's Numbers. But we have isolated it for a truncated segment because there are so many numbers on which to focus.
A lot of numbers.
From the Vikings victory yesterday, where they the most points the team has scored in the history of the team is 54. I think it was 1970 against Dallas.
Yeah.
So that was a Nordo number on which we were working. Their largest margin of victory, 48 points, 69 against Cleveland, 1969 against Cleveland. That's a number on which we were focusing, but they didn't get there. But that doesn't mean we don't have numbers. What do you have?
Well, I'm going to start with this. The number 6, PA, as in the Vikings ran 6 more plays on offense than their adversary.
KO might have lost his voice.
It was a thing early in the season, first 2 games, by an average, I think you hit me with a number north of 15, whether it was the Bears and then the Falcons.
15 and a half.
That was the average. The more plays our opponent were getting on offense, respectively, than the Vikings were. We also saw that early in 2024. Thought Darnold really hit his stride, and then we saw that number start to shift. Also losing in time of possession the first 2 games. The Vikings yesterday accomplished both offensive dominance and a time of possession win.
It's a game of keep away is what it is.
I think we're back in stride, PA. So the number 6 I'm feeling good about. How about this? The number 5. So the number 5, the number of takeaways, of course. A couple of picks. We had some fumbles. We had all sorts of fun yesterday. The number 2 would be something on the positive side I know you'll get to, but that was the total it takes through the first 2 games. The team led the NFL or was tied atop the NFL in takeaways a year ago. Just one apiece in the Bears game and Falcons game. So I'm like, when's this defense going to come alive? And then Flores like, well, I got AVG back. Oh, yeah, I got Hitman back. Just be patient, Nordo. They took 5. That's the first time they've had more than 4 since 2019. And I had to look back a ways, scrambling through StatHead. We took 7 from Phillip Rivers and the Chargers in 2019. I think that was at the soccer stadium.
Yeah.
Things got super weird. Afadio Denebo with a fumble return TD, 3 picks, 4 total fumbles on the day. So the number 5 in terms of takes, that means a lot as part of the W yesterday.
And Nordo's numbers provided by?
Yeah, our good buddies at Zone Coverage. So Tom, and that's a bonus, John Bonus production, but Tom Schreier does terrific work there, and he's like, hey, let's do this bit called Nordo's Numbers. I'll put some numbers together. We'll throw it on the site and just kind of have some fun with these Vikings victories. And so zonecoverage.com, they cover the Minnesota Vikings like a blanket. So thank you there.
I'll jump in with this one.
Okay.
Number 2.
Number 2 is in the number Isaiah Rodgers wears. He wears number 2. He had 2 defensive touchdowns, 2 forced fumbles, and also is too good for every DB in the history of the NFL from an historical standpoint, becoming the first in the history of the NFL to do that.
So that's where 2 becomes 1.
2 defensive touchdowns, 2 forced fumbles becomes 1, the only HOF. The number 2, that's the operative number per Nordo's numbers.
Number 2.
Who had the tip on the Rodgers interception? 2-2, Harrison Smith. It's win number 2 for the Minnesota Vikings. Carson Wentz had 2 touchdown passes. Jordan Mason had 2 rushing touchdowns for the first time in his career in a single game. There were 2 sacks for the Gank. Andrew Van Ginkel, 2 sacks.
Number 2.
You had 2 completions for Max Brosmer.
Number 2.
2 field goals for Will Reichard and 2 punts inside the 20 for Ryan Wright. The operative number yesterday, to a certain extent, was 2. And man, is it great to have the Gink back in the mix.
Free agency never fails on the Quasi train.
Hey, Gink and Grenard.
Free agency never fails on the Quasi train.
Nordo's numbers.
Yeah, my last one is more about just the chronicles of 3 years and 3 games for the Minnesota Vikings. Carson Wentz is the 7th guy to start at quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings in Kevin O'Connell's tenure alone. 5 of the 7 have gotten victories, not just Wentz, but of course Darnold a year ago, McCarthy earlier this season. Let's not forget about the kid. He's going to come back someday, hopefully someday soon. Kirk and Dobbs. Mullins and Hall, well, they did not get W's, but the number 7 in such a short period of time, if we were to start putting together KO Chronicles, the fact that he's worked with 7 different QBs starting games for him in such a small slate of games is pretty impressive for him to come out with W's of 5 of them. The debut yesterday for Carson Wentz, ending in a lopsided win for your Vikings. That's Nordo's numbers. Thank you, Zone Coverage.
Thank you, Zone Coverage, and thank you, Nordo the Con. When 9 to noon continues, David Sinekin, Packer Preview, also the Packer Preview Review podcast, which I believe is new. It's a weekly thing during football season. It's called the Border Battle, and we'll discuss the Packers' loss to the Cleveland Browns around the corner. You're listening to 9 to noon on KFAN.
Check out the new season of Reasonable Doubt, now streaming on Hulu. LA's most successful attorney, Jack Stewart, defends a young actor accused of murder. Follow Emma Yotzi Corinaldi, Morris Chestnut, Joseph Sikora, and guest stars Cash Doll and Lori Harvey as they fight their personal battles in the spotlight of the year's most sensational trial. In the pursuit of justice, every move counts. Reasonable Doubt Season 3, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
This is Julian Edelman from Games with Names. Applebee's just cooked up the ultimate option play with their new Ultimate Trio deal. You can choose from 3 of their delicious appetizers and pair them up with 3 sauces for just $14.99. Craft your perfect trio from over 80,000 different combinations in this flavor-packed plate built for one, or to share if you're generous. You could stick with the classic pairings like boneless wings and buffalo sauce, or you could spice things up and try some unexpected combinations like dipping chicken wonton tacos in their honey Dijon mustard. It's time to head to your neighborhood Applebee's or order online today. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
It's football season, and now you can get anything you need for game day delivered with Uber Eats. Well, almost anything. You can't get a running back. But baby back ribs? Yes. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL.
Have you ever heard a story so unbelievable it just had to be true? Roofman is the jaw-dropping new film about Jeffrey Manchester, played by Channing Tatum, a man who becomes infamous for breaking into over 40 McDonald's through the roof, then secretly living inside a Toys R Us for 6 months. With humor, suspense, and heart, Roofman is a cat-and-mouse story that will keep you hooked until the very end. Don't miss Roofman, only in theaters October 10th.